Okay, so last time it was pretty much kind of figuring out that where you want to intercept this dragon, essentially. There was a little bit of you know, a kind of a delay in terms of like, okay, where do you want to go? Which town? You knew the trajectory. You knew that you weren't going to be able to beat it to the first town. And so now it was kind of a matter of like, okay, can we at least go to the next town, try to warn, um, towns and kind of like spread the information around, and then, you're not going to be able to like stop its destruction in its past. So you decided that Bryn Shander was the place. It seems to be the most fortified. It has the most people. Um, it, I mean, it's also, probably the most important to defend out of all of them if you're going to make a stand. And you first sent out Oz to go to the not the first town, but the next town, to quickly let them know he saw this thing coming at a distance, and he rode off to the next town after that, warned them, and then send out riders to all the subsequent towns. So it was very much a race to things, and fortunate enough, he had the speed to do so. So he pretty much warned Goodmead and East Haven, and then East Haven kind of passed it on to Caer-Dineval, and so on and so forth. Or I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. I think you went to East Haven, then you rode up to Caer-Dineval, and then passed it around. So, and the rest of you kind of slow behind, slow and steady, made your way towards past East Haven, toward on the East Way, and then you headed west on the East Way towards Bryn Shander. You met up with Speaker Duvessa. She brought in Sheriff Markham. He's like, all right, go spread it out, kind of get the people to get ready. And essentially she's like, all right, I look to you to kind of establish how do we fortify this town, or how do we defend this town, or what do we do just in general. So and the other critical thing is you guys leveled up. So kind of want to go around the horn and see if you guys had any questions or comments or anything you guys want to kind of handle that level up.
Yeah, I still don't think I figured out how to do it yet.
Oh, really? I thought I leveled you up as well. You don't have a...
I'm still showing at 6, right? Weren't we at 7? Or...
We're at 7, yeah.
Yeah, it's
If you have your character sheet up, there should be like a level up button next to level 6, like the top right section.
Yeah, I don't have that right now.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I leveled you up now. Try now.
Okay, let me close it.
I guess I don't pop my my sheet out, if that helps at all.
Yeah, I see you as level 7 now, so...
Huh. Let me...
refresh things.
Yeah, I still see 6.
Let's
The 7's the one that looks like a tree. Just kidding.
Okay, in the meantime, anyone else have any questions that you guys are able to figure it out? I don't know if you guys got anything cool at level 7. Seems like it, for the most of you, was pretty mundane. Maybe an extra spell slot, access to higher spells, but mainly just more hit points and hit die, which is always nice.
Rogue gets evasion for dex saves, which I feel like is timely with a dragon fight coming.
I am untouchable.
Sorry, I should have had you not level up Timothy. Everyone but Timothy.
I mean, I can,
Awesome. All right,
use my reaction to smack things and then move after smacking them up to half of my movement speed.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It may or may not be useful for this fight, but who knows?
Oz basically just grew a pair of wings, so he has permanent fly speed now.
Permanent fly speed. Interesting. Can you point to me where in the book, or which book did you get this information?
The one I wrote for myself for this level up.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Perfect.
A full.
Yeah,
Couldn't write that in- couldn't write that in for all of us?
I'll say he multi-raced into Akrakoa.
Yeah. Forget multi-classing. It's what is it? Chimeras? Is that where you like blend multiple things together?
I think so.
I mean, chimera.
Oh, that hurts. Don't say that.
I mean, as long as you don't spend the rest of the episode sitting in the corner saying, Edward.
Oh no, it's gonna happen. I feel like no one else gets that reference.
Yep. That is
Father
correct.
of the Year award right there.
Yeah, Dr. Show Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With that, so if there's no questions, we'll hop into what the hell do you guys want to do?
Well, I had a question about previous session.
Yes.
So I know, obviously, we don't know how fast the dragon is going, but did we clarify, like, we sent a magical message to Bryn Shander, possibly?
Well,
Do we
once we
know if, like,
arrived in
they're-
Bryn Shander, we sent magical messages to the
all
other
the towns?
towns.
Yeah.
Do we know what kind of a time frame that's going to take? Like 5 to 7 business days, or like 1 day? That's okay if we don't know.
So
If it's unclear.
let me backtrack because I don't quite remember. What was the content of your message? What did you want to tell the other towns?
Big scary thing coming to fuck your shit up.
Yes, a mechanical dragon is coming to destroy your town.
Well, I thought Speaker Devessa was sending out the riders, so presumably she has like a no, this is not a drill type of like.
Standard boilerplate. Check here for the emergency type, and it's like a little like.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Courtesy
Okay.
of
So it's more
Nilgar
like a-
Sunlight or something.
Okay.
Or something Sunlight.
So yeah, just a general warning. Okay, yes, I do remember this now.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you will. Granted, probably would take about a day to reach all the towns. So
That's all I wanted to clarify. Obviously, we don't know how fast the dragon is going, but I just didn't know if it was going to be like, it's going to take them a while, or they're going to get distracted and,
Mhm.
I don't know. Cool.
Okay, nice. So you guys have that, which is good. It's about a day for probably the farthest of the ones from Bryn Shander. Let's see here. Okay, so how do you guys want to fight this thing? Essentially, do you want to? I mean, I would say the closest one that Oz saw that it can do. I mean, it flies away, blasts towns from a distance. It seems to be that's the strategy. So you will have to deal with probably it flying for part of this.
Did our like fighter jet order come through?
no, unfortunately not. Yeah, it's 7 to 10 business years.
Could we see just a general map? I just want to make sure. I know the towns that this dragon is going to hit up. And I know that we're in Bryn Shander. So this is the list.
Right. Okay, you have the list, right? So you want to kind of see what
Yeah.
Bryn Shander looks like roughly, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Like
that's fine.
where Targos and Bremen and Lonelywood, those other places are in reference to where Bryn Shander is.
The dragon's already made its way through East Haven, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So it doesn't seem that long. So okay, let me activate this. I'm just gonna see this. Hopefully you guys can see this.
There is no token.
Perfect. But you can see it or no?
No.
Well,
No,
we see,
it's
we see
it's
black,
just
but
black.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me just make that.
Spoiler, everyone's dead.
Yeah, I'll just change it so you guys can see whatever. It's just really a map of Bryn Shander. Okay. Hopefully you can see that now.
Yes.
Okay. So this is roughly, so there's like 3-ish main entrances down here. You guys came from over here into the 10 towns. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up something for me. Where the heck are you all? Okay. Too many tabs.
We'll just flip the city over onto the tail side of the city. Yeah.
Okay, so the town hall is roughly around here. This is kind of where you meet in the middle. There's this kind of like open square area here where a lot of like merchant stuff set up. A lot of like, maybe where the town crier would come in and announce things, or Sheriff Markham would come in and announce things. Stables and like where the guards are kind of kept over here. There's a kind of a meeting area where and then there's a couple of like kind of more churchy district over here. Merchants is stop around here. And then a couple of the inns that you've been to are on the north side of the town. So, and a lot of the rest of this over here on this side and then over here is mostly like residential.
So based on the path that we saw on the maps in the castle that we were in, which direction would it be coming from?
Good question. It'd probably be coming from the north. And so maybe you want to fortify there. Maybe you want to lure it from there into an open spot so it's not like immediately destroying things.
And preferably try and get it grounded outside of the city before it gets here.
Okay. So is that something you guys are looking to do? Round it outside? Just kind of like open on the trail. And then, but if it doesn't, right, like you have to like go through the gates and then like kind of like chase it into the busy streets.
Do we know how many people can help us from Bridgehander?
Yes, actually, that's a great question.
Has anyone told us that?
No, but I can tell you that. So, Brinchender can, according to Speaker Duvessa here, she can roughly tell you that she can muster up about maybe 200-ish men, maybe 250 if we're lucky. A lot of them are aiding, like kind of like helping out, like evacuate folks. So, you can kind of decide how much of those. Let's say you have 250. So you have 250 men at your disposal. I mean, a lot of them are just kind of like standard guards.
So what do we need to do? Seems like they'll have this well in hand.
You're right. Yeah, sorry.
We need to
I guess
offer
I would
them.
find out if the city has anything, like stationary defense stuff. Like, do they have any catapults or
A big magnet?
Ballista.
scorpions or ballista or?
Yeah, let me check here. What can it do?
I think if the problem is, I don't know how much 250 men is going to help us if the thing is just flying 100 feet in the air, like raining fire on the city.
Yeah, you're like, all right, let me huddle all these 250 men up.
Yeah.
And then they'll make a stand.
Doing
Get the dragon to
A10
run
strafing
out of fire.
runs.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me see if they have anything specifically here for you.
They'll be like the Golden Company in Game of Thrones. They'll get talked up for 7 seasons, and then when they finally show up in the last season,
Just get wiped out.
they'll die in 3 seconds. Spoiler, if anyone hasn't seen Game of Thrones, great.
No. No, I'm just kidding.
Just stop after like the first 3 seasons. And pretend that it was good all the way through.
Okay, so it does have some defenses. Unfortunately,
Point up.
They're pointing down.
They're fixed like down at the ground.
yeah, so they have like you're saying, like scorpions, like, but they're at like the wrong gate, essentially. So they're like fixed.
Well, we have
they're
250 men. Can we not move them?
So are they like permanent emplacements? Like are they like
Yeah, so they're kind of
concrete
like
men or something?
at the south gate here. There's like a couple towers, and they're kind of like pointed from above. And this is just, you gather that this is probably just extra protection from the Southerners, if they had any, or people from the South, I guess. That seems to be where most people come through. Now, they can be moved. It might take some time to move them across the city. So if that's something you want to do, you're more welcome to do so.
And just to clarify, we don't have access to any blacksmiths or anyone who can forge some new things for the city.
You're
That
kind
would
of in
take
like
some time.
you're not even in sort of like T-minus 24, 12 hours. You're not exactly
Perfect.
sure how much time.
Perfect.
So to have a
Great.
quick turnaround of something new would be very difficult.
Is there an existing set of plate armor that a member of the team could borrow?
I was waiting to get to that. Like, are there any like extra armaments and provisions for massive sieges on the city or emergency embattlement or whatever?
Yeah, so why don't you, Silo, why don't you give me a D100 roll to see available resources for the personal nature?
+3 magic
D100.
armor, plate mail.
47.
Okay. Yeah, so, unfortunately they do not. No dice. In terms of, they have armors and stuff like that, but nothing that's better than what you have. It's good to equip, you can equip them, like some of these soldiers, with some of this armor, so you kind of find a couple of like scale mail for them if you want to equip some of them out, or if you want to, any of you want to put on scale mail, you can. So you find a couple of things of those.
Yeah. Like,
But no plate armor, unfortunately. Coveted plate armor.
start provisioning anyone that working with the speaker and the sergeant at arms to outfit everyone that is capable of fighting and defending the city.
Yeah. Let's kind of backtrack for a second. Let's say, do you want to, for like the civilians, I guess the ones that aren't going to participate in this, like, where do you guys want them to go? That will be of an important decision. Do you want them to like go on the outside of the walls? Do you want to stay within?
I say, are there like cliffs or caves or something nearby that they can seek shelter in?
They would have to travel for a bit. This is pretty open terrain here. It's kind of like, it's, geographically, it's not the most, like, you have the mountains to the south per se, and they could try to go find caves in there.
I mean, even though the place is destroyed, we still don't think we could have them go to like East Haven or Goodmead. Like, I don't think the dragon is
that
gonna
could
go
be a
back
possibility, right? Like, I'll say this, right? Like, why don't all of you give me an intelligence roll real quick, or an intelligence check? This might help out, give you guys a little bit of tidbit information.
And his name is John C. And his name is John C.
All right.
Greg doesn't want anybody to know what he's doing.
Man, you're just trying to burn through these 20s right now, aren't you?
I really did not mean to. So that's my B.
Oh.
All right. Well, tactical masterminds, a Silo and Buffades here. What you guys kind of like, maybe just kind of speaking with Oz, or kind of understands like this mechanical dragon is relatively just programmed. So you would know that like, okay, once it finishes this thing, based on the flight path that it was had, it would just destroy Bryn Shander and then just leave. So yeah, I mean, going to Stephanie's point, like, yeah, like this, or like, if they were to go to any of the other towns, like evacuate to them, that would be fine, because it's not going to be like, all right, I've destroyed everything now, like to finish everything off. It like went through all the towns and then it's just going to go back to the castle. So you could play to that to your advantage, right? Like it is,
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wonder if maybe it's more advantageous for us to just tell everyone to evacuate, and us just not even trying to attempt to have anyone in the city.
Yeah. I mean,
don't know.
granted though, like that means pretty much destruction of the entire city or most of the city.
People are resilient, Celso. They will rebuild. It will be fine.
Okay. I mean,
But yes.
that's gonna be a tough sell, right? Like, you're like, hey.
I know.
And remember, these are like the people of the north are like, a lot of them are outcasts, a lot of them are thieves, murderers, stuff like that. Like that's.
Oh, well, we'll keep them in the city. We're fine.
Or they were sentenced or something like that, or like trying to find a better life, stuff like this. So like like a lot of them will probably be like, these are my possessions and I want to keep them.
So we're defending Australia.
In some sense, yeah. Australia circa like early 1900s, late 1800s. Maybe even probably scratch that. Maybe like late 1700s, early 1800s, like just like right around.
Okay, so like of the three towns, so either Dugan's Hole or Goodmead or East Haven, which of those cities or towns would be closest to Bryn Shander, as far as like if we told the people to evacuate there? Would it be less than a day? More than a day?
Yeah, about a day. I would probably, given like they'll have to travel like caravan pace, probably about a day, I would say. Barring weather and stuff like that, maybe a little bit longer. But
I mean, if we tell them to go a certain way, like, are they going to be in the path of a dragon who's traveling from Targos to Bryn Shander? I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know that 1,000 people on the road, like, I guess with the two natural 20s.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a little bit more. Sorry, I just wanted to answer your question.
If we had the people move like 500 feet out of the city with the two natural 20s, do we know if the dragon will fixate on the buildings, or is it going to go after the people?
It is kind of, I'll say this. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll answer that one. So it is kind of designed to kind of like destroy the city and destroy anyone that inhabits it. So I guess it is kind of in your best interest to kind of get as many people as you can out. So it's just a matter of time, like how quickly you can get all these people out of the city. And then, does the dragon know that it's programmed to be like everything within the walls of the city? Like how is it kind of defined that? You don't quite know. But you gather like, that's probably what it would be.
So, okay, we have two choices. People can just hide in the city, in cellars that they likely don't have.
Right.
Because you can just set your food outside. You don't need to put it in a cool, dark cellar to keep it cold.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't seem like they've got on hand readily accessible like bolas or massive nets that could be used to stop this beast from flying.
No. Actually, that's a great question. So I didn't kind of get through the fortifications. Yeah. So they have the walls. They have two scorpions essentially. They do have a bunch of like weapons that equip the men. Um, they do have like chains and like it's kind of like manacles and stuff like that, designed for like giants. Um, they do have like a bunch of like ropes and some nets, because you anticipate that people to the north here, Brinchender specifically, maybe at some point there has been some. So they have some ways to kind of like try to fight some of the frost giants that kind of inhabit here in the north.
Okay.
Probably leverage some of that for a dragon, slightly different enemy, but they do have the sizes, like so if you wanted to like handcuff the dragon, I guess you could.
Yeah, I don't know how easy it's going to be to ground this dragon. I don't have anything that I could use. I could try and slow it down.
Yeah, I think that's like your main thing. Like, how do I get this thing to land and stay on the ground? Or
we leave all the people out in the open. Yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts? I guess the other thing, right? Like going back to the question of whether you guys want to fight it inside the walls of Brinchander, or you still want to try to fight it outside the walls of Brinchander. One thing you will, be exposed a little bit to the elements. You'll kind of be right out in the open, versus like, you will kind of have some of the buildings and some of the,
Okay.
obstacles.
Here's what we do. We go outside. We act as bait. We try and have a group of maybe 30, 40 men with us that are hiding in the snow. And we basically, if they can use their chains and manacles for giants, maybe this thing will land to deal with us, and they can pop up out of snow, the ground, and throw ropes and chains over the dragon.
Okay. That is an idea. I like that.
Yeah. Hey, just a quick question. When we leveled up, I can change my spells, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, barring like, yeah, I can swap them out. I guess like it depends. Like,
Yeah, I can just swap out all my known spells for any other ones off the spell list, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm assuming you're probably going to change a little bit more combat heavy type stuff.
Yeah. Well, I was just realizing I had that option since we were level 7, and I've had some for quite a while that are like probably better for like 1 through 4 that I've held on to for a little too long.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I would say I would give you any opportunity to even the odds here.
I'm gonna regret that.
I'm not detecting a lot of confidence from our DM here.
I think you guys can do it. You can beat this thing. I don't know if you'll be able to save everything, so that's the tough part. I like the plan of trying to intercept it north of the, stop it in its path, and see how it handles things, and then kind of has a backup, go back into the city and do what you can. Then hopefully the men are strong enough to hold this thing down. Got a rope trick here. Okay.
So yeah, if we're gonna be outside of the walls, I could maybe, but the thing is, my rope trick only lasts for an hour. So the thing is, I could maybe have some people climb into this little box thing, and maybe, we could keep an eye out, and then once we see, our guy, then they could. I don't know, but it's only what 60 feet, I think. Yeah, 60 feet. So, I mean, that doesn't account for. I mean, the dragon still has to come down a little bit.
Do
Let the
we?
baby help.
Oz saw, like, did he see the dragon light up East Haven when he was riding away from it?
You saw, I mean, like from a very far distance, like flashes of light, and you see it.
With some complex math and trigonometry, do I get a feel for how high up the dragon might have been?
No, I can't. Unfortunately, that's a because you were riding on this thing, right? Like you were riding into the distance. Like it was, you'd have to.
Yeah, but I was facing towards East Haven the whole time, just riding backwards on the steed. Obviously, no.
I see where you're trying to
That
go
way.
here. Alas, no.
My guess is this thing does not have that long of an attack. Could be wrong, but like it's not going to be able to fly hundreds of feet in the air and just scorch us from up there. Probably.
Probably.
So how high do we think they can fly and still do their stuff? Do we have enough knowledge of dragons to? Well, our knowledge of, even if we had knowledge of dragons, this is a robotic dragon.
Right, that's the thing, right?
Right,
Like
it's a mechanical magic dragon. It's not something we've seen before.
Yeah, I don't feel like anything we have know about dragons is really gonna help us.
And did we give Oz's copy, the little mini copy, to one of the engineers in the town to try and figure out if there's a way for us to like, hit this one spot on it. Oh, we didn't take the little thing. That's right. Okay.
No, because that's
fine.
hers, right? That was like the Musgard's like prize or gift.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Maybe we should have taken that with us.
probably, maybe, in hindsight.
Yeah, then it'd be like a vicious chihuahua trying to bite us the whole time. I don't think so.
Yeah, but that's a lot easier to handle, a little tiny version, than the big version we're currently dealing with.
Okay. Good thoughts. Good thoughts. So far, so good.
Well, I mean, we can't really plan too much based off of not knowing how high up this thing's going to be. We don't have cell phones in this world, so we can't call up, some of these other towns and be like, keep an eye on how low it has to swoop before it blows you up.
I think we're gonna have to just pick a place, and I think north of the city makes the most sense, since that's where he's gonna be coming from. So I feel like we position there. Maybe we just tell people to start moving
South.
those Southgate whatever siege weapons or whatever, and if they get them there in time, great. If they don't, then whatever. Like and then we just bring the rest of the people with us, and hopefully we can entice it down to the ground somehow. If it flies around at 200 feet and kills us all, then it does. I don't know. I think we should probably tell the city speaker, Devessa, to just get people out if they want to live. If they don't want to leave their house and they prefer to burn to death in their house, then that's on them.
so cold, so calculated. But cold hard facts with Timothy. I do want to take the time to kind of this is probably an opportunity to throw the kitchen sink at this. So make sure you guys look at your resources.
Okay. Does
Well, I tried to blast it with some cold air, and it was like,
so now that
we're whatever
here in the town, we still have that weather thing, right?
Yes, you do still have that thing. You do have that. Yeah.
Can we just heat this bitch up?
Remember, it's not like made out of
Butter.
It's not like made out of snow or anything like that. It's just made out of this Chardolan rock. And also remember, heating this bitch up also implies heating you guys up.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean super hot. I just mean, hotter than
Ophidius is
cold.
already naked.
Like,
It was like,
Alright, does-
like cold didn't do anything to it, right? According to Ox. So like maybe we make it warm.
yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that's a good point. Like, the question is like how warm, right? We'll have to go back. I have to kind of look up what the roll is for that because you have to also roll for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that. I like thinking outside the
Okay,
box.
so does anyone in the party have the spell Tongues prepared?
No.
So,
I'll say if you want to, you can.
Why? What do you need it for?
Because there's a chance I can tell the creature to land.
Okay.
I mean, I have speak with animals, but it's not well, it's a mechanical dragon. I don't think it would count.
But
Real animal.
Why don't I just do that?
I think it's a paladin thing, maybe.
Like, I mean, are you just considering using like command or something?
Like, I'm casting this on someone when this fight
Yes.
starts.
Yeah.
but it has to be able to understand at least one language, which I'm hoping that this creature understands at least one language. But I don't speak Durgar, which I'm well aware of that.
That's true, right? Yes.
And I'm not sure this creature speaks would understand common.
Okay. Well, because I have universal speech, which means that any creature can understand me, no matter what language they speak.
Man, that sucks for people that don't want to listen to you.
I know, right?
So yeah, I mean, my grand plan was to cast greater invisibility on someone and run around hiding,
Oh,
so
nice.
that I can maintain concentration, and that allows that person to attack with advantage. Hopefully.
And you
Yeah.
done your part.
Do you guys have any other like potions and stuff like that?
I'll spend an hour to identify the random potion that I got.
Oh yeah, there's also the potion that I stole from what's his nuts that when I jumped out the window with him.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I figure out what that is?
Okay. So yeah, what else do you guys have? Just make sure you guys kind of dig up, make sure you have everything that you possibly could need.
We have a lantern of tracking that will track dragons up to 300 feet away, which, you know, people are like, we can see it.
Oh, Jimothy has a potion of flying.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. I was like, you guys have this. I know I gave it to you.
I was like, I got ball bearings. I got a lantern. Nope, I got nothing useful here. Nothing useful for a flying dragon. I feel like maybe a Silo should take the potion of flying and grapple this thing to the ground with his brute strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Or he just dies up there and
Well,
we're like, okay, we should go. We should all go.
Okay, so can
Let's
I
leave.
mean, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
I don't remember, but can you have the effects of more than one potion at the same time?
I actually don't know that rule. I don't.
No.
Why not? In terms of like it doesn't conflict or stack up or anything like that.
There is some rule about that, I think. I don't remember what it is because it doesn't come up often.
What,
Yeah,
you're saying we
so-
can't take like 20 potions at the same time?
Let me
Yeah, I
check.
mean, like, I think the main one's like drinking of the same type. That's kind of a thing.
There's no rule says they
Character-
don't,
The
but
character may drink one potion while still under the effects of another.
Yeah. So I think you're fine. I'll rule this, I guess, just to put some boundaries, right? Like, you can't just be like, I'm gonna drink 2 potions of flying, and then I'll guarantee to have 2 hours. You'll have to be like, drink the 1 potion, go through that, and then drink the other one and take an action or whatever. Barring, that situation arises. Stack up. You can't be like, all right, I have 2 potions of giant strength or something like that, and like, no, now I've got plus whatever, double that. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just and it seems like a more than reasonable ruler.
Okay. Because I don't know what the other potion I grabbed from the guy was, so I need to figure that out. But I do have a potion of Frost Giant Strength. And combined with the potion of Flying could be pretty
You
potent.
could fly, have your potion ready, and then once you actually get to the dragon, then take your other potion of giant strength to then grapple it. I don't know. If
Well,
we
are
were
we
going to be negating things.
are we using 2014 potion rules, because those are in action? So if you fly up to the dragon, spend an action trying to get that cork out, because they never make it easy. We can do all this magic, but not a quick release. 2024 D&D rules, I think, make all potions bonus actions.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, potions. We'll kind of stick around like consumption. Yeah. Bonus.
I'll have one potion clenched and prepared to butt chug.
That's still going to be an action.
Just flip upside down while I'm flying.
Okay, so
Thank you.
so Oz,
Will it taste good
the
with your
potion that
alcohol?
you got.
Huh?
Just,
So will it taste good with your alcohol?
Maybe.
if you want to take the time, you may roll an Arcana to identify it, or if you have anything else you want to do to guarantee that.
I mean, D&D rules say that you can identify magic items over a short rest, so I mean, I can roll an Arcana to see if I get it quicker.
Yeah. Why don't you do
Yeah.
that? Just I can't shoot.
11, I guess.
Okay.
I said
I have one level of exhaustion still.
Oof.
I cannot figure out what my potion is. I'm gonna have to sit there and stare at it.
Well, I'll allow you to roll again to not you, Oz, to identify for a silo.
Okay. 17 for, I guess, a silo.
Okay, so a silo. Actually, we'll go back. So let's do the first one. So you picked up a potion. You, Oz, have a potion of heroism on you. So
Oh, well, I'll
potion
throw
of
that
heroism.
away.
When you drink this potion, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour. For the same duration, you are under the effects of Bless. No concentration required. So, it's a nice little buff.
That's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm looking at the spell heroism. It's like you can't be frightened, but that's completely different.
Potion heroism's good.
Okay, so now that we know that we have a potion for flying for a silo, maybe we could be a little bit out of the town, or do we want to settle on being in the town? I'm fine either way. Screw these people. But we could go out of the town a little bit, plan on having a silo, fly up to the dragon, bring it down, and then we could bring some men with us to try and grapple, like with the rope, the chains designed for giants, try and, keep the mechanical dragon down.
And then like 100 men with spears that can just stab it to death after we get it with a net.
Right, yeah. Could we tell them to go for the spots where, it's
They all like
the
miss.
little
They're like
spears.
all weak enough
Yeah.
to like not pierce the hide.
Dragon,
Probably.
get it with the dragon kidneys.
yeah.
My prison shivs.
Okay, before I
I'd
forget, let me
be-
give you guys the other potion. So you guys, a silo you took from the guy that you follow off with a potion of radiant resistance. So we mark that.
Wonder if mechanical dragon does radiant damage.
Gosh, I wonder that too.
It's possible.
Why would the guy have that potion like in his hand?
Because he knew I was coming.
Yes. The enemies will need this. Ah.
Okay, so we could literally pile all that on to, if I think they all last an hour, right?
Yeah, they all last an hour.
So you could just spend like a minute chugging these potions.
I mean, that's like, you know, going back, like, you know, that's Barney. He takes all of them, and then, like, you have a super soldier, a silo, essentially.
So you
Roided
might-
out to the max.
Am I gonna have to-
It's like, you know, it's having an effect on him, like, psychologically. He's just like.
Well, I was just sitting there
super-
wondering, am I going to have to make like some sort of con save to keep from vomiting, mixing all these different chemicals?
I would say, like, you know, maybe not exactly like immediately, but I will say, like, flavor-wise, there probably will be some effect either during at some point or afterwards of having this concoction in you.
Flavor-wise, I see what you did there.
Yeah, flavor-wise, and then I don't know, maybe mechanically. We'll see. So, anyhow, sorry, Lauren, you were detailing your plan here.
Oh no, I'm just we're trying to flesh it out. I think now that we know all the potions that we kind of have available for a silo to, you know, Hulk out on, I think
Yeah.
that we could. I think we could leave the town through that north entrance because that's where the dragon would be coming from, right?
Mhm.
That's where Targos would be. Okay, then we could go. I don't know. Like 60 feet, 100 feet. I don't know how far we want to go from the town. We don't want to go that far.
We need to be
We-
able to retreat if needed.
Well,
What, Oliver? Or
We
what,
could just-
Hades?
we could have everyone. Couldn't we just have everyone like hiding inside the? Like, isn't there little towers and stuff inside the gate? Like, we could have everyone hiding inside of there. A silo flying in the air, just north of the gate.
Yeah.
Like, if he brings it out, everyone can run out of the tower and be right there.
So fight from the gate, or the
Well, no, like everyone's hiding. Like all the people are hiding here in the gate, like in the little towers or under the wall or whatever rooms they have here.
Mhm.
And the silo can just be like 50 feet from the gate or 30 feet from the gate up in the air and try to intercept it or something.
Yeah.
How long's that potion last? That
An hour.
Oh,
We should
okay.
we should spot this thing. I would think with plenty of time to down a few potions.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
think-
thinking. Like, there's no need
sorry.
for him to be just like floating around, right?
Yeah, just waiting, and then you just
Yeah,
go
yeah.
right.
I'll say
Unless he
this,
needs
yeah.
practice. Is this,
You'll have
is this intuitive or?
you'll have no issues. Like you will see this thing, you know, coming from a distance. Granted, though, like I'll say this, like it could fly above the clouds. You will have to roll a perception check to spot it. So, that,
Fly from the clouds and just rain meteors on you guys.
I'm just letting you know, like there will be a check. It's not gonna be like you immediately see it. So like that also
Wait,
may
aren't there-
dictate how close it is.
Wait, don't the guards here normally have, like, I don't know, binoculars or something like that to look out for things? Or that doesn't exist?
No,
They're
they-
thieves. They would have sold that equipment for extra coin.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yes, they would be equipped. So if you want them, right, again, like whatever you want them to do, you tell them. So if you
Yeah.
want them to be like,
Yeah. So, I mean, we could just have someone be a lookout for a dragon, and then they could, you know, sound the horn and be like, oh, something's coming. Or maybe not an actual horn, maybe just like wave a flag to us or something to let us know it's, you know, 100 feet from here or something. I don't know.
right.
Surely
The
they
other
have
thing-
some sort of mechanism to.
The other thing, I
tell
will
us.
say this: you have to rely on their perception. So if you're gonna have them do the perception roll to spot it, they're going to be the ones rolling that. Which I do have a stat block for them. So that is a slight risk that you take. That you have to rely on these people.
I mean, we can't do everything. We gotta, you know, we gotta rely on some of our 200-ish men that are available to us. Or Speaker Duvessa. I don't know yet. I don't know who we put in charge of that.
Yeah.
Just a thought for the group.
Okay. All right.
Just out of curiosity, would the mechanical dragon be considered an object?
Probably not.
Okay.
As in most likely no. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Spy glasses are so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But someone does have one, so you're good.
Just one for this whole town. Jesus.
I mean, Oz could set up the hut, and it could be a safe haven for a small group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Does that require concentration?
No, it just requires you
Nope.
stay in it.
Yeah, I would have to stay in it. Which honestly matches what he would like to do with making someone invisible and just hiding. It would ensure his concentration unless this thing can dispel it.
Which would probably take it in action, which is worth it.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, Oz could either concentrate on greater invisibility or try and cast slow on this thing and concentrate on that instead.
Or concentrate on making someone move faster.
Yeah, and ruining their day if I lose concentration, which wouldn't really happen with the other two spells to that extent. So, and I don't think haste would double your fly speed.
I feel like greater invisibility is better than haste.
Yeah. Insane.
I do as well. Advantage all the time and hopefully invisible from this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks like a dragon. It didn't look like it had dragon eyes in it.
They cheaped out and put in some old, like, outdated technology eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can only see like 5 feet in front of its face.
Black and white, it's all fuzzy.
Yeah, I mean, my inclination, I think, would be to try and either get it slowed down because it would have its movement speed. Get a -2 to its AC, but, you know, that requires it to fail a throw. A wisdom saving throw, which I don't know if this thing's going to just have legendary resistances and shrug
Yeah,
that off.
You could spend multiple rounds of combat trying to get that spell to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could make someone invisible and have them attack.
Okay, so what if with my rope trick, because I can see on Jimothy's psychic whispers that we could be a mile of each other. What if I cast my rope trick about a mile out from the town? I climb up into my little thing. You can't see me anyways, but then at that point I could look out for a dragon and let you know when it's close, and then Asilo can start drinking his concoction of stuff. And then once the dragon passes me, I can climb out of my rope trick box because then the dragon's not going to be flying backwards. He's only gonna be concerned about the town, and then I can come up and join the fight at that point. And hopefully,
In like an hour.
I was gonna say you're a mile away. You're gonna be like a 10-minute. It's gonna be a 10-minute run to get back.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Okay, no. This could potentially work because of this. Basically, you could have this phantom steed at the bottom of your rope trick, which it can move faster, and I can I can designate other creatures to ride it.
Okay. Does that require concentration for you?
No.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to
No.
avoid is anyone needing to do concentration on anything because my rope trick doesn't require concentration after I cast it.
Yeah, no, it's just I have to concentrate while I'm casting it as a ritual, but beyond that.
Okay.
I mean,
But I don't know that a mile is really going to.
yeah,
Like-
and I feel like the dragon's not going to be flying. Is it going to be flying like it's going to pop down from the clouds and kill every single person it finds on the way from one city to the next? I mean, it's going to be doing that for 4 hours. Like, oh, peasant. And then back up into the clouds again. Like, you could just stand outside and just wait. But I don't feel like if it's that high in the air, I don't think a mile's going to matter. Like, you're going to be able to see this thing from miles and miles away. If it's like up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Seems like we've got a plan.
Can you only make one person invisible, Greg?
With greater invisibility, yeah. I mean, I could make 3 people invisible if I cast it at 4th level, but then the moment someone attacks, they'll become visible.
Yeah, okay. God, wizards suck.
Yeah, I know, they really do. I could turn someone into a giant ape. Do we want that instead? They're huge.
Intelligence.
Huh?
Does it come with the intelligence of an ape?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of chatting through this, I assume you're kind of like in like Speaker Duvessa's like the hall, like just kind of chatting things out, like strategizing, looking at a map of the town, and you hear a knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, maybe it's the dragon.
Oh.
And it's Sheriff Markham, and he's like, I have someone for you that could be of use that is looking to meet you all, and kind of opens the door and steps this kind of like woman, kind of tall. She's maybe like 6'1", 6'2". She's got like short, silvery white hair. She looks a bit older. She's probably like maybe late 60s. That's not the first thing you notice. The first thing you notice is that she's got like this like black eye patch, kind of like covering her right eye. And she kind of like steps in, and you notice that she has like a snowy white owl perched on her shoulder. And she steps in and she goes, hello, I am Velin Harpen. I've been told that you might need some assistance in this fight against this dragon.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
use
we're
all the help
always
we
down
can
for some
get.
What-
assist.
What's your skill set?
I am of the arcane nature. I'm a wizard.
Oh. What tier of spell can you cast?
Well, when you put it like that, that seems, let's say, high enough for you mechanically to actually be worthwhile NPC for this combat. How about that?
9th tier, perfect.
Yes. Can you just wish this thing away? Thank you.
No, not quite that level, dear. But Sheriff here says that you might need of my services, and I happen to be in town, and I figured I could help you all in some way, shape, or form. It just depends if you need me I won't be able to get into the fray of things. I don't have that type of skill set, but I can cast from things afar, maybe be your eyes for a couple of things, or join you in the fray once this thing is in sight.
Are you able to speed up someone's movement or make someone invisible or cast?
No, nothing to that effect, unfortunately.
Okay.
I don't care how big the room is. I cast Fireball.
Yes, unfortunately, most of my abilities are more on the offensive side towards this thing. So I'd probably be a good, like, some sort of sniper, if you will, from afar.
Okay. I mean, I think we could work with that. So can you fling fire from a distance?
I have been known to do that once or twice if need be. I could do that here if you'd require it.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do that. No, I don't think I can produce. Like, I know firebolt, but I don't think I can just hold a flame in my hand. I would have to shoot it at something.
Right. Nonetheless, time is wasting, but I did want to let you know that I will be joining you in whatever plan you had. So if you already have something in mind, it's and then if you want to just say you catch up to speed, like
So
blah blah all this, but
I would like us to, when we defeat this thing, you and I should get together and maybe
exchange
maybe
notes.
trade
Oh.
spells.
yes, I believe since I'm a wizard here of the north, I believe I can teach you a thing or two of some of the spells that you might not see in the south. Potentially
Likewise.
add to your book of spells and of general knowledge as a wizard, an aspiring wizard should attain to. And so she looks at you. She's like, after this is all over, which I am certain that we will succeed, I actually do have a proposition for you all, but we will set that aside for now.
All right.
Yeah, one problem at
Does
a time.
she know the spell tongues?
No, I do not, unfortunately. Although that would be quite useful for some of the beasts I do encounter.
Bah.
It'll be okay.
At least you get to answer that. She's gonna be like, oh, I mean, she does know.
Okay.
Ritually cast water breathing on the group, just in case. I don't know. We plummet into a pool of water. It'd be nice to not have to worry about breathing.
I don't have that problem. Save your spell.
Okay. So
It's a ritual. It costs me nothing
Uh-huh.
but time.
Yeah. Also, I do have that problem. So if I end up in a pile of water,
We'll practice later.
I don't know what to do with this lady. What she can do for us.
It sounded to me like she can cast fireball, and that seems good.
She's our glass cannon.
I mean, yeah, we can just let her know, like, when Asilo's trying to take the dragon down, maybe she can focus on helping Asilo do that.
well,
Maybe.
I think it would actually
Maybe.
benefit us a little bit, while we're watching. Like, I don't know how far out I was thinking he's going to take on this creature, but some of us might have some pretty decent range on on some stuff. So we might be able to soften up the approaching creature before we actually take it on. I don't know.
Yeah,
the
like
range
you want to
of
shoot.
the
Yeah, you
fireball,
want to
but-
shoot at it. Yeah, you want to shoot at it, and do as much damage as we can to
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I thought that was implied with like the other men who will hopefully be there
yeah.
to help out.
Okay. That is concentration.
Oh, I did want to show you guys what she looked like because I think it's kind of cool.
Ah, damn it. Everything's concentration.
Can I show this to the players? You guys see her? Did you guys actually see her?
It's
No, it's broken.
I saw a pop-up just come up, but the image is broken. Yeah.
Stupid game.
You can share your screen. Just kidding.
I can't share a screen, sure.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
It messes up the frames for the stream.
Well, it's just for us. He'll revert back.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
I don't think that's how it works in the stream.
What?
All right. Share the screen now. Here you go. This is what she looks like.
Whoa!
She's so old. Gosh.
It's Nanny McPhee with an owl and an eye patch.
Yeah, that's a good description, I guess.
Yeah, she looks dangerous.
Bucktooth and Boyle or whatever.
She looks dangerous.
Yeah, but she's here to lend a hand. And okay.
Okie dokie. So I say we make our preparations right outside the north gate for the townspeople to secure the thing to the ground if I can get it knocked out of the air, and keep an eye out for it. And then I will do what I can to get it on the ground.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to roll here.
I will also cast guidance on you in case that helps anything. But I know you're taking a bunch of potions, so
Okay.
there we go.
A little behind the screen here. I just rolled to determine how much time you guys have roughly to prepare.
5 minutes.
No, I'll give you this. It's a number of hours. So how much hours you have in order to accomplish.
Is it 0?
It is more than 1, I'll tell you that. You have more than 1 hour.
Nice.
Okay. So all right, so you guys are gonna set up North Gate, gonna have someone up top kind of keeping out and things. Silo is gonna take as many conceivable potions.
I'm prepared with my bandolier of potions.
Yeah, he's got them all lined up, like shot glasses of them, and just gonna go down the line.
I guess I'll hand the potion of heroism over to a silo.
Yes.
And I'll lament the fact that I have 1 level of exhaustion from riding a frickin' steed all night.
Yes.
Because I got 2 levels of exhaustion. We long rested, and that only
Oops.
gets rid of 1 of them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna long rest again.
Do it.
Right, so you have that.
We'll keep an eye out for
Okay.
you.
I'm trying to find the. Like, can you put those? I was gonna say, can you put those potions in my bag or in my inventory so I know what I'm dealing with? So there's a potion of flying, there's a potion of heroism, there's a potion of radiant resistance, and I have my potion of frost giant strength.
Okay. So let me click on you. If you wouldn't mind just typing in the chat, or I think somebody did. Oh, never mind. Here we go. Potion of heroism.
I don't know if you can just drag that into.
Oh, yep, it will. Okay, so potion of heroism, potion of flying,
Perfect. Thank you.
and then radiant resistance is the last one. Because
Okay.
I don't know where to find them. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Pulling you up, but if someone could, I guess. Go like here. Man, how'd you guys get it so quick? That's impressive.
I just drug mine from my inventory.
Ah,
Same. I had to basically delete it afterward though. Otherwise. Oh wait, we found the hack. That's how we duplicate items.
Yeah, do pack.
Yep.
Just bloop, bloop, bloop.
Just cheat. Here, I got you the radiant options. 1 sec.
Okay.
And the group's fine with having one of these townspeople or men keeping watch for the dragon. Or
Okay,
do we really want it
I
to be
should
one of
radiant
us?
resistance.
I think a lot of us should be watching for it in case one of us is blind.
Right.
Okay.
And then just everyone's close to where we need to go hide. So everyone can go get inside
Perfect.
in like a few seconds.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then we gotta tell some guys to get their chains ready for their giant chains or whatever. Someone needs to pull that.
I think I will set up the hut kind of on the outside off to the left. Just like right on the edge of the path. Oh, but I have to stay in it if I do that. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should send Bofades to get a bunch of liquor so that we can make Molotov cocktails. But I feel like he'll get distracted.
I mean, just hook up an IV and, I'm sure Bofedes' blood alcohol content is probably enough to light stuff on fire.
I cast fire breath.
All right, well, let's just bring you guys to a quick map because I wasn't sure where you guys were going to be, so I had to throw something real quick to get out.
The fields north of Bryn Shander.
Yeah, like a specific map. No, you guys already think I've already been on this map, but it's a nice little road map that I like. Okay. Let's bring you guys here. You're on the snowy road. We'll assume the towers are to the right of you. You guys are kind of setting up here. You guys kind of have some of the warriors guys, and then you have Leyland. She's here. You can have Sheriff Markham if you want to join you. You can, but he can help in other things. Not sure how much. Essentially, if you just want him in the fray, you can't have him there. If you were like, hey, I kind of like him and want him to live potentially, then you can not have him there. Either way.
And we only put speakers in danger.
Let's put all the main characters that we interact with in this fray here. Just so I have to make up NPCs for you to interact with after this.
Mm-hmm. So I will say that, like, you said that the towers are basically right off map.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, Oz is going to want to maintain concentration on whatever he casts, which is going to involve hiding, for sure.
Fair enough. Okay. Are we kind of situated here? Are we guys ready?
Did we still talk about or did we just not want to do the weather machine? Is that a no-go?
Oh yeah, I mean that's still a possibility.
Oh, no,
Sorry.
yeah. You didn't speak up, Bofades. Just kidding.
No, he
All
did.
right,
He
I
did.
had mentioned it earlier, and I thought we were going to come back to what we had
Yeah,
to do.
I mean-
for it.
No, I'm
What?
sorry.
What can we do with it?
Yeah, let's pull it up real quick.
Because if we can get rid of cloud cover in the nearby vicinity, that might
Well, that's
be
what I was thinking.
worthwhile.
Like, make it clear and warm. Like not warm, but warmer than the freezing cold that it is.
Yes,
Mhm.
I see what you're saying. I like this idea. Give me one. 1 second here. Who has it? You guys just have it with you guys?
I think I'm the one that's attuned to it, but it's in the bag of holding.
Okay. Or- okay. Essentially, the effect is casting the spell Cold Weather. That's what the device does. So it's called the Summer Star. If you guys remember.
Mhm.
Summer Star allows you to cast Cold Weather. It takes 1d4 times 10 minutes for the new conditions to take effect. You guys, let's see here. You can make the precipitation. I guess you can have as much precipitation as you want. There's different stages, temperature-wise, wind-wise. So there is an option to make it a clear day.
Good. Okay.
You can increase the temperature and have wind if you want to make it windy here.
And what's the range that it covers?
Oh,
Isn't it
that's
like
right.
5 miles?
5 miles, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I remember that, but
No, good on you.
Great memory. I thought you were
I
looking
thought it was a few miles. Definitely enough that we could keep it in the city and set it up in an inconspicuous place, hopefully. And yeah, I would say, sunny, clear skies, 75.
Okay. Does everyone agree with that?
Yeah,
Yep.
sounds
Yeah.
good.
Sorry, no wind, right? You want it not windy at all?
I want an aggressive wind blowing south to north to slow this thing down as much as possible.
So you
oh,
want
you don't want it to batter us while we're trying to fight
Yeah,
it.
yeah. No.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with calm, unless you guys specifically want
Yeah.
moderate wind, strong wind, gale, and storm.
Oh,
So it is a concentration spell, but it does say that like when it ends, the weather gradually returns to normal. So hopefully,
Yeah, for the purposes of this, I'll say that the device is the one that's concentrating. So barring it not being
Oh.
destroyed, it will be.
yeah, I thought it was channeled through the device.
Yeah.
Um,
You just need to be essentially you're able to cast it and be attuned to it. But I will. It's pretty powerful that you guys that the device kind of takes away that concentration, which is nice, I think, for casters because
yeah.
it'd be kind of weird if like someone's like trying to sleep and they're trying to like have to actually
Must-
think about this to maintain the weather.
Must make sure the weather stays good.
Okay, so then I will have who's ever keeping watch here roll some perception checks.
Do I need to roll for the time for that to take effect, or?
Yeah, why don't you give me a D4, please? How long it's gonna take for it to happen? Bruh. why
10 minutes.
All right, so it'll happen relatively quickly, and it'll last for 8 hours, and you know that it'll be here longer than 1 hour away, so you have that. And then I forgot, I will give Orphedes here a point of inspiration. I really like that idea, bringing kind of another object there. So good job.
Nice.
So
I will use that immediately.
Okay,
Okay,
so
and-
give me some perceptions, and I'll roll for these scrubs here.
Oh my god.
That's so funny. I rolled
Man,
a natural one for one of the guys.
All of Oz's rolls have been privately rolled for me.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Yep.
I forgot to mention that. Yes.
oh my bad. They've all been terrible, by the way.
Let us share in your embarrassment.
I'm so happy
Okay.
that was the result that Steph
So-
just needed to comment on.
So I'm glad that you guys rolled because I rolled a natural 1 and a natural 2.
I know what a natural one feels like.
for keeping lookout. Okay, so we got an 8, 6, 4, 11. Oof, rough guys. This is a rough set of eyes here. Okay, well, so you guys are taking the time. The kind of you send the guards. You got to go take apart those kind of like siege weapons, bring them over here. You know, they have to kind of drag all the pieces and everything. That takes about like an hour and a half, roughly. So you guys, an hour passes, you don't see anything. You kind of have the men roughly fortified. They're a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious. About out the half-hour mark, one of them's kind of like, you notice that one of them, out of like the 45th men, is like, I can't do this. They're like panicked, and they like start to like run inside to, so, and a couple of their guys are kind of like, well, they're kind of like looking to each other like, oh, maybe I should run, you know, like they're all getting a little bit nervous of whether or not they can actually survive this. So does anyone have any inspiring words or things they'd like to say to the rest of you?
Jimothy stabs the coward in the back and says, "No retreat."
No.
Okay.
Does anyone want to have like a Braveheart moment?
Well,
say
No.
I would, tell, the men, I understand your fear and trepidation. I myself am taking a great deal of this upon myself. I will be imbibing many potions. I don't know how they will interact with each other. To face the dragon creature in the air to try and bring it down.
He's gonna get drunk and fight this thing?
I don't know how well this plan will go, but I am putting myself as the first target of this beast. I ask that you all stand with me and aid me in the defense of Bryn Shander and 10 Towns.
Man, he lost it in the middle there, but he started coming back strong.
He came back. Anyone else want to say anything? Kind of inspire these guys?
I'm gonna I'm gonna summon my floating spectral book.
Ah, yes, the book.
And I'm actually gonna step into the city to hide. As I move the book over by, it's not this big. But I'm gonna move the book by by Jimothy.
What's that? It's small, right? Like
it should be like tiny.
Okay. I'll let you do that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Basically, my plan is gonna be to cast Greater Invisibility through the book onto Jimothy when this thing shows up, in hopes that, Jimothy's sneak attacks will really land heavily upon this.
Okay. All right. So,
Oh, and for the record, I did find new music for tonight's session. It's very intense right now.
yes, it should be. I was actually thinking about that. I was like, make sure the music is intense. All right. So about an hour and a half passes. Things are a bit waiting, and then within, you're kind of getting near the 2-hour mark, and
I suppose during that time I'll be performing with my, inspiring songs of our tales and deeds.
yes. Okay, why don't you give me a performance check, and then I forgot, Asilo, give me a persuasion to kind of see how inspiring your, or if you want to roll performance, you can as well, to see how well you inspire the men here. Okay. So, the one guy does leave, but the kind of the rest of the men, they look a little bit more resolved now. You kind of like calm them down. They kind of like look to each other, and they're a little bit calm. It's not like they're, like in the movie 300 where they're like chanting, like about the,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But they look a little bit more stern-faced, a little bit more focused. So your words do get to some of them, if not most of them. Buffades, yeah, you play this. You're kind of through this, and then as you're playing this, you kind of like pause mid like song, and you see something. You know, about a, you know, I don't know how many miles away, but you see something kind of like whatever distance away, maybe within 5-10 miles, you see something kind of like drop below the maybe a little less than that, but drop below the cloud coverage, and you see this, what seems to be this thing coming in for you all.
I shall
just
point
outside that
and
like 5-mile range, but it is, you can see it. I forgot what's the distance where curvature of the earth starts to matter, but we're not going to ignore that.
I shall point out the creature, and then the one guy that walked away, is he just on the other side of the wall?
Yeah, he's like, well, no, he like ran off.
Dave, we need you.
Okay.
Get out here and die like a man.
Yeah.
So, how close do you want it to be before you intercept it there? You now see this thing.
Oh,
Once it's at around say 250 feet.
I'd say within like 5 minutes, I'll start taking potions.
All right.
Can I cast Long Strider on a silo, or will that? Can I do that on top of your other stuff? So you can move 10 feet faster.
Does that apply to fly speed?
That's a good question.
That is a great question.
Long glider.
I mean,
Okay.
it just says the target's speed increases by 10 feet, so no, it does not seem like it's for flying.
Okay.
I'm gonna make the map a little bit larger.
if if a silo had a fly speed, it would apply to that, but I don't know about the potion.
But it says when you drink this potion, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour.
Oh, that's not the same as the spell fly.
Yeah.
So yeah, the way I read that, it would stack.
You guys are tiny.
Okay, perfect. Then yes, I'm going to touch you to Silo and cast Long Strider on you. It is good for an hour.
Okay.
And touch one additional person who would like it.
I'll run away faster, for sure.
Okay, I gotta get closer to you. So I went to this spot in the middle, and then I'm gonna go back.
So about 250.
Woo, woo.
This thing's flying. You see it kind of like start lowering, and then you hear this like this horrendous shriek coming from this thing emanating, and it now is about that appropriate distance from
Okay,
you.
so how do I...
So it's coming in now. It's about 250 feet away.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
it's-
outside that range.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna cast Greater Invisibility on Jimothy.
And I would like to let loose some Eldritch Blast.
And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay, all right.
So, I don't know. Okay, so that one went on. So supposedly I can fly. Potion of Heroism. Use? I don't know what that did.
You get a 1d4.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
So I
on
get...
attack rolls and saves.
Alright, so I get D4 to my attack and 10 temporary hit points. Potion of... I don't know how to get that to activate, so... or that one. Or, hold on. Attributes. So, I'm just gonna change my strength score to 23 for now.
Okay. That'll work. Make sure you note that you will change it back.
Yeah, I believe it was 16 before.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, had a fairly high strength score. That's my highest score. Okay, so strength is 23. I have a fly speed of 40. I've got 10 temporary hit points. I have bless, and I'm resistant to radiant damage.
Okay. You're your soup to the max, my friend.
A silo just explodes.
And
And I will have
Is-
you.
let's say, is it still on its way in?
Oops, I forgot to delete this. Yeah, it's still coming in. It's like coming in. It's about, you roughly gauge, it's about like a couple 100 feet in the air. It's about like maybe 500 feet in the air, perhaps.
Okay, I will use my movement and I don't know, sprint, I guess. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember what it's called right now. But I will go 80 feet up in the air.
Okay. Well, hang on. Okay. So yes, you can get up 80 feet, but then we'll have to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Because yeah, you were preparing for it as it's about to get into that range here. So, okay, I will have all of you roll for initiative for one of the most intense combats I presume is about to break out here.
I think 12.
Missing Timothy.
Yeah, Timothy's the other one.
So, based on us watching this thing coming in for miles, can we tell about how much ground it's covering? Say, per turn.
I'm gonna carry you guys' perception over for that, and it's kind of hard to tell on that.
Okay,
It seems
yeah.
like not several hundred feet, but it does seem to be covering a pretty decent.
Okay.
So okay, we have everyone roll for initiative. All right, so
Can I ask one more question? Since
Yes.
Bofades has that weather thing, does it seem like the heat is slowing it down at all?
Game is
yeah,
paused.
It doesn't seem like it's not.
Cool.
I will give you that. Okay. Sorry, let me back this up. A silo, if you want to be, you can be, because you would see anticipated. I would say you could be 300 feet in the air if you want to be, as an anticipation for it.
Okay.
You're kind of guesstimating, and you're trying to, as you see it come in, and then you're about 300 feet in the air as this thing comes in. So, because it would make no sense. You're like, I'm just gonna go up a little bit, and as it's getting closer, you're not trying to match it.
Yeah, I'd be trying to match its elevation.
So, I think that's more than realistic here. Okay. So, let's bring this sucker onto the map. You see it? It looks so tiny on this map, but this is really the distance. Oh, you guys probably want to. You guys want to look at this thing? What this thing looks like? Let's share the screen for a second here. Just gonna see the full visage. Here's the dragon.
Whoa.
Whoa!
give you an idea of this thing. This large wing is kind of like flapping, and you see this long neck.
Hey, Asilo, I found your plate mail.
Uh huh. I'm gonna make a set out of plate mail out of this thing when we're done with it.
Yeah.
So there you go. Okay. So round 1, and it seemed to have rolled relatively poorly because we will open it up with both Asilo rather. Or I guess who has a higher dex out of the two of you?
I have a dex of 13.
I have 14.
Okay,
So-
let me. Then you would get to go first.
Excellent. And at this point, it's like still the like 240 feet out ish.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's exactly 250 feet from you.
I
Awesome.
think the game is still paused for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
But is it also 500 feet in the air?
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll bring it a little bit closer so we can. Yes, it is 500 feet in the air, so it is within. We didn't invoke Pythagoras, unfortunately. So,
Ugh.
Okay.
if you want it to be exactly 250 feet away from you, so you can do your mathematics, it would have to be like pretty much just above you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it's still up there. Then I guess that does not matter at this point.
Yeah. I will say though, you can wait. I mean, like, if you want to hold something until like
Yeah.
probably
I'm
gonna move
hold
in.
it.
on you.
If it starts coming down to within range, I will fire off some Eldritch blasts once I can touch it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So it does that. All right. So you'll hold that. Asilo, you are up.
Okay.
So remember, you're about 300 feet in the air.
And it's still quite a ways away.
Yeah.
Can't. I'm gonna have to ask you if I can do this, but I would, on its turn, I'm assuming it's going to be moving closer.
Yeah.
Can I use my movement to match its trajectory to try and intercept it and hold an action to attack it?
Oh, so you're. So again, so you want to move and then hold an action and then.
Basically, I'm trying to wait for it to come to me, and then I'm going to try and smack the shit out of it.
Okay. It's tough because right, you're like when you hold something right, you only get to do really one thing. It's like one or the other. I'm trying to think here. Also
Because-
for this purpose.
Because it's like I can't move to get to it because it's too far away. But I'd like
For
to.
this purposes, that's fine. So
Okay.
I'll say you're only able to move like within it. Like it may not actually reach you in this turn, so you might lose that hold action or whatever. But
That's fine. But
okay.
so I'm going to attempt to match its trajectory, but I will use my bonus action and cast Thunderous Smite on myself.
Yeah.
Ignore that. So if it comes within range for me to smack it, I will smack it, and that will trigger.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So, that is your turn. Zoran, you're up.
Dang it, I couldn't cast my Hunter's Mark just yet. It's too far. So I'm going to delete that from the chat because I can't do that yet.
Yeah. I mean, you can have it there. Just
He's
make sure
got-
you note it when you can do it.
Yeah. I guess I can't really do anything. So I plan on casting Hunter's Mark when it's within 90 feet of me. So
Okay.
that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold my action. So I will cast Hunter's Mark once it's 90 feet from me.
Okay. All right. So this kind of helps you guys because you guys kind of prepare for things. You kind of at least know the move order roughly of what things are going to be, because it goes next. So, what it does, so I kind of changed a little bit of its height because it's not. I wanted to give you a little bit of advantage here, I guess, in terms of like its motion. So it drops down a bit, and it drops down, and it's going to move closer to you all. So it's going to move roughly. Oh gosh.
It'd be hilarious if its fly speed is like 5 feet. So it's just well inevitable.
No, it moves. Let's see here. I just forget how to do this. I probably just press it up. About there. So it flies in. Its car starts moving. Still not close enough, and then it drops a decent amount. Verticality. So it's getting closer, but that's and then what do they want to do? That's going to be its turn, so it doesn't go close enough yet to do anything. Hold off here. Jimothy, you're up.
Oh, okay, I will use my short bow, I guess, to make an attack at long range with disadvantage, but I guess I'm invisible. I think I'm invisible, right?
Yeah, I was able to get that off right before.
Correct.
I believe it's a straight roll.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because you would that would cancel out the invincibility and the disadvantage. So yeah.
What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on? Hey, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?
Damn halflings.
Short bow had short range.
Should be. Isn't it? It's dex plus proficiency. I don't know why it's showing 8 as a 12. It should be a 16.
Okay. So 16 with the straight roll. So you shoot at this thing. And
15.
Like, you know,
15.
sorry? 15?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you shoot at this thing and like you're you're having a hard time. You know, it's a little bit further outside your range here, and you shoot it, and maybe just like your strength of it, like it's just not enough to like maintain the full trajectory like at the velocity in it. Like it does hit it. You do hit the hide of this creature, but it's just not enough to penetrate it at this distance here. Yeah, and it kind of just like bounces off.
Okay.
Timothy, I think your fingers are too cold.
Has anyone ever tried to fire a bow with really, really cold fingers?
It's like 75 out. Your fingers are sweating and you slipped.
Yeah, actually, this is kind of
time
weird.
to
Like,
warm
you
your
notice
fingers
that
up.
like after a bit, like the snow is starting to melt near you guys.
Yeah,
About 2 hours.
I guess that'll be it. I'll move, I guess, a little bit here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll move over here.
Okay.
Actually, here.
All right. So it is going to be the warrior guys, the whatever militia that Burnchender has. They're going to hold still. That's not their task yet. And then we'll go to Oz's turn.
Okay, Oz is going to obviously have looked up this stuff before his turn like a good player.
Yep. Favorite.
How far can I move it? Okay, I'm going to use a bonus action to move my book like 30 feet forward. And I'm going to use my movement and action to like flee behind the frickin' wall. Because like I'm assuming the gate is like right here.
Say that. Sorry, highlight. Yeah, right there. Yeah, pretty much.
So, like I'm on the other side of the gate. I don't know how. I'll just do that.
Okay, fair enough.
Like I want the gate between me and this flying mechanical tank thing.
Okay.
And that'll be it. I mean, that was a bonus action. That was movement. It's too far away for me to really cast any of my 120-foot range spells. So it gets a pass this time.
Okay. So, that's gonna be all right. Your turn. It is going to be Velen's turn, and you guys see my like measurement thing here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, just outside. So she's gonna hold. She's like, it's too far away for me to launch. She kinda shouts
What
out.
about the radius of the fireball?
What about using your legs?
And she's like, it's too high up still.
I'm working on it.
And it is going to. So that's she's gonna hold that still. So, and then it's going to be the other men that the guy with on the scorpion. So they're able to kind of like set up one of them. They weren't able to set up the other quite as well. Actually, no, they're able to set up both, and so they're gonna be like fire, and they're gonna shoot two large like spear things at this thing to hopefully penetrate the hide of this creature. Okay. How does a natural 3 work? As one of them goes wide. And then the other one is, oh my goodness, it's like I'm against you guys. Another natural 3. As they fire and it completely goes wide. It seems like it actually could have, like, the way the velocity of this projectile was, like, it could have actually struck this thing and actually maybe do some damage. It was going pretty fast, but it's just like they just can't get it right. And the men shout to each other, reload, reload, and there's like a couple other guys like trying to get this thing to reload both of these siege weapons. So end of round 1. Barely, it's almost kind of like a boxing match. You guys are kind of figuring each other out, you know, testing the waters. Nothing crazy too exciting yet. Let's see what Bolfades has for us.
All right, so still not within range, right?
Yep. Feel free to move if you like.
250 feet. I don't think I can move up in the air. Is it possible to get within range if I move?
I'll save you the time, but probably not.
I didn't think so. So I will once again wait for it to move closer. But the second it does come within range, pew pew.
Pew pew. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So, all right. Up next is Asilo.
Okay, so I will move more in line with it, and again wait until it is within range to smack it.
Okay. Up next is Zoran.
Oh man, I feel like I should move a little bit, but I don't want to move past the silo.
Okay, that hurt.
Oh no, I can move here. Okay, then I will move. Oh, wrong one. Oh my god.
Can you go potty?
35. So I can at least move there. I still don't think I'm far enough, so I have to keep holding my action for, well, I guess I can hold my, no, I can't hold my Hunter's Mark again. Well, yeah, I just basically want to cast Hunter's Mark, but I guess I could try just trying to, I saw Jimothy shoot his short bow. I could try and shoot at it. It's going to be at disadvantage. Yeah, let's go ahead and try.
Okay.
What's the worst that'll happen?
Famous last words. Okay, what is that? 12?
A 12.
Yeah. Alas, a 12 does not hit.
It's too cold out here.
It is not, but okay.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
All right, it is its turn. It is going to move closer. About. Oops, sorry. Not. Switch on it. Gonna move about Shma. Move in closer to you all. And it maintains its elevation, so it's still pretty high up. You gather a silo here. It's about, how high are you? You're about 300 feet? It's about the same level that you're at now. And that is going to be its turn. So it's still about that distance away from you all. But it doesn't do anything. It is, again, you hear the siren and like, you notice like you look to the left and look to the right of you. The men are getting a little bit hesitant, but they're still holding strong. As this thing, see the large, like, flapping of its like large, kind of like rounded off wings as it like, accelerates towards you all, lowering in elevation as this like almost like plane is about to land on you all. Hold. Jimothy, you're up. Flee.
Let's see what the range is now. Ooh, it's in my good range.
It is in your range.
Still 300 feet up.
But it's 300 feet up. So
well, then I will just attack it. Straight roll again.
Okay.
This time it should use my proficiency. One shot.
Oh, you wish. Okay. Sorry. When you fired it, you were invisible, right? Did you lose that? Did that drop because you didn't hit it, or?
No, it's greater invisibility, stays
right.
invisible.
Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do hit. A natural 20, of course, hits.
So I don't know if I get sneak attack because I have advantage, but I also have disadvantage.
I don't think you get sneak attack. I think you have to have advantage on the roll or have someone within 5 feet.
Okay, then just 11 damage, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be really good if you got sneak attack for a crit.
Right?
This is just a regular, fancy old short bow.
I guess that's it. Second one, you want to attack, so.
Okay, great. So, you hit, you strike through, and it looks like it bleeds blood.
Nice.
As it doesn't seem like it starts
Mechanical.
bleeding out, but
They put armor on something.
It leaks expensive petroleum.
all right. So it will take that. Up next is The warriors, they're holding on still. It's still not grounded. It is Oz's turn.
I mean, if this thing is still 310 feet in the air, Oz is just gonna poke his head out and eyeball it and look at like the range little notes that he has for each of his spells and go, I literally I can't hit it with anything. So I will shake my fist at it. Get down here, you damn dragon.
Okay.
And then I will hide like a coward behind the wall again.
All right. Okay. It is Elle's turn. She still a little too far away. So she is also going to continue to hold. It's going to be the men's turn. They have to spend this round kind of reloading these two weapons. So they'll do that. And then top of the round, round 3. So again, round 2, still very not much action yet. What has Bofadi's got?
All right. Still not close enough.
Yeah, it's still pretty high up. It is closer to you guys, but still a couple hundred feet in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's close enough for the desperate shot from the short bow. That was the challenge. All right, I'll move up to where Zoran and Timothy kind of are. God, I don't really want to be right in the middle of the road, though. Yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay, fair enough.
I am going to sing the Song of Songs and see if I can't. Oh man. I'm gonna give Jimothy some bardic inspiration.
All right, Jimothy, you have bardic inspiration.
Yep.
All right, and
And then of course I'll keep holding the old cantrip in the back pocket just in case I see it come within range. I will let that loose.
Perfect. Okay. Up next, it is Asilo. Asilo, it is getting closer to you. You're pretty much about the same distance from each other, verticality-wise.
I fly forward, prepared to meet this thing head on.
Okay.
Hammer at the ready.
Okay. So you're gonna hold a swing as it gets close to you. Zoran, it is your turn.
Think I will move another 35 feet. I'm pretty sure he's still 300 feet in the air, so I can't really cast my hunter's mark, but I can try to swing at, or try to shoot at it.
I like it. Shoot away. A little Hail Mary here. Maybe with a disadvantage, you can still hit.
Ooh.
Ooh. The second die every time.
Hey, one better than last time. I got a 12 last time, so, I'm doing better.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. So, it is its turn. You have moved within a certain range of it. Silo, you look at this thing and something about it, I don't know what its presence, like the evil, the malevolence, I don't know what it is, but it is just horrifying what this thing is like. It almost seems like like it's just like a pure embodiment of like evil just coming in, and I'm gonna need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please, because you are within a certain distance from it.
Okie dokie. Wisdom.
And don't forget you have guidance, but it's a D4. So if that
Yeah, I think I have
And you're
guidance,
blessed.
and I have blessed, and I have. What is it? Aura protection, so a saving throw gets a bonus equal to my charisma modifier, just +2. So, wisdom saving throw. Fuck. +2 is a 6,
Oh,
and then 2d4. So that's 11.
oh. Unfortunately, that is a fail, my friend.
Um. Okay, so I can't. No, it's not my turn, so I can't use a bonus action.
Yeah. So it is its turn. So yeah, you are, my friend, are charmed by this creature. Something about it
Oh Jesus.
charms you. I was not expecting that. Oh god.
Like bumped up. Yeah.
Okay. So let's look at the charmed condition for a hot second here. So a creature can't attack the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities. The charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature. So, you will get another save. So it's not like it's over for you. But so it is going to move against towards you. Seeing it's in the air, flies up to you, and it's gonna take 2 claw attacks against you. But it is so let it do that. Claw 1 here. Does a 23 hit your AC?
Yes.
Okay, you will take 13 points of slashing damage as it slashes at your chest there. And then it will claw at you with its other claw.
I'm good on maintaining my Thunderous Smite.
Okay. And the second attack misses, I presume, with a 14 to hit against your AC.
That one will miss.
Okay.
Does attacking me break the charm effect?
Sorry. I don't think so, actually. Wait, hang on. No, looks like it's still on. Yeah, it just still remains.
Boo.
Okay. And then it is. Oh, actually, it is gonna take one more swing at you. Actually, this time it seems like it swing. You notice like its tail kind of swings around and tries to smack you with it as it's in the air here. And misses again with a 14 against your AC. Rolled pretty poorly there. So you are still up, my friend. And that is going to be its turn as 2 Goliaths battled it out in the skies here. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, it is going to be Jimothy's turn. You're up.
All right. So it's Still high up in the air. I guess I will once again shoot my longbow or my short bow.
Okay.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. A dirty 20 hits, my friend.
Okay, I'll do my sneak attack.
Okay.
Silo's there.
A silo is there, yes.
Ooh, 22 piercing damage.
Okay. So it will take. Okay. Not all of that seems to go through, but it does seem to affect it.
Ew. Okay.
Yeah. Just something up there. Okay. That's gonna be its turn. All right, it's gonna be the warriors. They're all gonna take 2 shots that the militia's gonna be at, and they're. Oh, actually, no, that's their turn. Sorry, it is now Oz's turn. That's the wrong set of orders. Oz, you're up.
Okay, I'll bonus action send my spectral book kind of floating up towards, so it's maybe it didn't get that far, but it will be, I don't know, like 20 feet in the air. We're making progress. Soon I'm gonna tickle this thing with, I don't know, a little bit of flame. And Oz will continue to maintain concentration on the invisibility spell.
Okay. All right, it is Villad's turn. She's actually gonna move up. I should have had her do this last turn, so I'll actually have her move up a little bit closer. And she's gonna take the time, and she's like, "All right, I'm gonna give it all I got," and she's going to cast Fireball onto this thing. She's gonna try to avoid a silo, and I think she will. And so
Well, that's
I
good.
have it roll the save here. It's the saving throw. Oh shoot. And it actually fails. It fails the save here. So it's actually gonna take the damage here. Oh, actually, hold that thought. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to take a step away for 1 hot second. So I'll be right back. Ooh.
Just so high up there.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Let me hold it real quick. Then I couldn't say no. Okay, so it fails actually, surprisingly. So it's gonna take a little bit of damage from this fireball here. So you see this like huge explosion of kind of like emanate from like the backside of it and hit like some of its wings. It will take. Oh, actually, oops, I forgot. Limit me. Oh, lame. Okay, never mind. It actually had advantage against that, so it succeeds actually. So it will take some half damage, but the explosion does occur, and some of the it is affected by it. So let me roll the damage for it. and it'll take a certain amount of damage as that goes through it. And you notice, like, a silo, you hear this like loud bang, and you see this huge fireball emit from behind it as it seems like it does singe it, and it does seem to affect it. You kind of like maybe like shield your eyes a little bit as some of the embers and flames kind of like emanate from it. And that is going to be her turn. It's going to be the two siege weapons. They're going to take some attacks against this thing. And miss, unfortunately. And strike again. And unfortunately miss again. Oof, not great on these guys. So it's not going well, but it's coming along. So, top of the round here. And we're at Bophades.
But where's Bophades at?
Where is Bophades?
BRB. He's getting a drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm right here. I just had my
Well, he was.
my little whoop down.
Okay,
My invisibility cloak was on.
I did hear him in the kitchen though. That's why I was like, I think he's getting a drink.
I needed to make a fireball of my own.
So, let's go. All right, you're up. It is round 4. This I don't know how long this comic could last. It's interesting where it played out. I didn't think it was gonna be like this slow paced for now, but
Okay, so just to make sure I'm understanding this here, it's still not within
yeah, it's still high up. So what
240 feet, still not there. Damn.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Asilo pretty much went up to intercept it, so like it hasn't chosen to like drop down any further because there is something trying to fight it.
Helpful. All right. And Asilo's charmed,
Yes.
Yep.
and he is also 300 some odd feet.
Yeah, he's 300
away.
feet in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Also helpful. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of you guys are just like looking up and you're seeing like the, I don't know, duel of fates up in the sky here.
Like
Like-
Godzilla versus Kong. We're like, hey, you're supposed to be
It's
helping
like
us.
trying to beat the shit out of me, and I'm trying to give it scritches. Oh, so you're such a cute dragon thingy.
Yeah. I guess I'll just wait.
Okay.
All right.
A little slower here. All right, Asilo, you're up. Unfortunately, you are charmed, my friend. So what can you do here? You can't attack the charmer. So you kind of just have to make the save again, and that is going to be your turn, unfortunately.
Okay,
Unless
I
you want
can't.
any movement.
So I can't attack it, but can I take a bonus action that doesn't attack it?
Yeah, I'll just say that. Yeah, what is your bonus action in mind here?
Okay, so because it doesn't require concentration, because I'm still concentrating on my fucking
Swing here.
thunderous smite. Since it is within 10 feet of me, and I'm frustrated that I cannot hit it, I will channel divinity, vow of enmity against it.
Okay.
And then do I have a chance to break the charm?
Okay. You get advantage of protection against this creature. 1 minute. All right. So roll again.
So I only get 1d4 this time. So saving throw +2. So there's a 14, 16 plus 1d4. 17.
That is enough. And you are successfully able to break the charm as you kind of get over for it. And you kind of like regain your composure here, and you're just like, what the heck is going on? And but that will be your turn as you are now back to your old self. Moving on next to Zoran.
Dang, I still can't shoot it. And I don't want to get too far ahead. So I will just try and shoot at it again. Disadvantage. Did that go?
Did.
Oh, it did?
Oh, wait, you did it twice. You rolled twice.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I can't see anything.
So
what did
a
I roll?
19 or a 26, so the 19
Whatever.
would
Yeah,
have
the 19 then.
been the attack.
Yeah, a 19 does hit.
Cool. Did it also roll my...
It did 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's just stick with that.
Okay, so it takes 5 damage.
I guess since... Well, so I can't really, like, hold Hunter's Mark, right? Like, I can just...
Yeah, unfortunately you can't. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, I
you're-
can't
Yeah.
do that. So I might... Yeah. And then if I did let me see if I can roll better with my Savage Attacker then. Dude, I can't see any of my rolls. Is it rolling on you
So
guys?
yeah, it
Yes.
went up to
Okay,
7 damage.
Okay, 7 then. I'm gonna refresh my page after my turn. So
Okay.
okay, that's all I can do.
Savagely attacked.
All
Yep.
right. Okay. It is its turn now. The dragon. And he's gonna continue on attacking you here. Silo, so I'm gonna take his claw attack at you. That is gonna be I think just misses with a 20 against your AC.
That would be a miss.
It swings again at you. Oh no. That is a natural 20 against you.
Holy dang.
And you will take 22 points of slashing damage as it comes down with its other claw. And then it will swing at you with its tail. For a 27 against your AC.
That hits.
Okay, ooh, that is a juicy hit. You will take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
The silo's looking great up there.
It's not looking great. Oh no. All right. And that is its turn. It
hold
doesn't
on.
move anything else. It's just focusing on you.
So what was the first attack? Was
First
20
misses. This is 22.
22,
And then 18.
so the 22 would have broke my concentration.
Oh. Okay. You lose that, unfortunately. And that is its turn, so it will go up to Jimothy. Jimothy, you're up here.
Okay, I will attack again with my short bow since it's still way up there.
Yeah.
Hey, 18.
18,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah. We have established 19 as yeah, we'll just do 18, I guess.
Okay. All right, so that will hit.
Okay, so that's 6. Also savage attacker, that's 6, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. 7 plus sneak attack. 18 piercing damage.
Okay. Hits. Not all of it goes through.
And that's it.
All right. Slowly chipping away. It seems like those arrows are kind of sticking to it. Putting a little extra oomph on it. Warrior's turn, and it is Oz's turn.
We gotta get this thing down to the ground. What is this?
I know. You guys are gonna have to make it. Silo's gonna have to make a decision. Maybe a tactical retreat or something.
Slice a wing off. So my boat is like 40 feet, and I'm like 40 plus 120 is about 160, and it's about 300. So yeah,
Still far.
yep,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that's it.
Vel's turn. She's gonna move up out here. She's gonna just wait it out here. It's gonna be the siege engine's turn, and they're gonna wait and reload their weapons. It'll be the top of the round here, and I think given the nature of the time here, we're gonna pause here for the evening, just because we're kind of stop in the middle of the round here. And so we'll end here, starting out with Bofades. Think about what the kind of situation where you guys are at. This has proven to be difficult. It's pretty high up still.
Well, Fades knows what he's thinking. He's thinking he's going to have to cast Featherfall to catch a silo.
Possibly.
As his unconscious body plummets towards the ground.
Yeah. As you're going to toe this thing. Yeah, the charmed effect definitely will get you. The natural one for sure. This thing's getting a little bit interesting. It seems to be one-sided now, as Charlotte Dragon has it's taken first blood. So, okay. So we'll stop there for the evening. We'll pick it up there next week. Think about what you guys want
looks
to
like
do.
a fat armored Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, guys. Well, you guys have a lovely evening, and thanks for getting playing.
Alrighty. We'll see you later.
See you
See
guys.
everyone next week.